love for Aquarius. Aquarius, looks like you've had some interesting times, and maybe your leadership has not been welcomed or honored, and you've had to kick up a fuss to get heard. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're not getting your needs met, say something, knock on that door, kick up some dust. Don't sit back and wait and get all rusty. Do something, say something. Don't change the rules halfway in. Do it now. Let's say competition. All right. If you're involved in a relationship and someone's trying to make you jealous, that's not going to go over well with you. You know, you're not going to get jealous. You may get jealous, but that'll end that's a deal breaker. That'll end the situation for you. Or you certainly would get very upset and put your foot down. Nothing wrong with that. Put your foot down. Say what you have to say. There could be some rules that have changed since the relationship that you've been in got started, and maybe you need to reform those expectations with one another, or shed some of the shit, so to speak, and move forward. I do think that you'll have the opportunity to do that. And if you've moved into a common law situation, it could take a little bit of time before you rejig everything to make it work for you. But I do think after a couple of weeks, things will come together. If you make it through the first 7 weeks, you'll be fine. If you don't, then there'll be a message that comes to you, and that'll clear up whether or not you should stay in the relationship or go. So 7 weeks in, if you're brand new in a relationship, I'm going to say 7 weeks in, you're going to know if you should stay or go. This is more to do with those that have moved in with each other. Common law, that's kind of a thing. Stir up all kinds of things, especially around insecurities. And you want to deal with them before they get out of hand. If you're single, you might have met up with someone who single for a while. You might have met up with someone who is moody or expects a lot or wants their own way, however you want to look at it. So this is going to be your call to speak your truth, stand in your truth, stay true to you, be selfish in a good way, and take your needs seriously and speak up as you go. If you're single and you want to stay single, I'm going to say if you're single, you don't really want to stay single, but you might because you're upset. So I say you got to get out and you got to start talking and you got to start getting involved again. You got to push yourself. You might be sick of finding the wrong partner, the wrong person. Maybe you haven't found the lover with the sacred kindness that you're looking for. Maybe you have found someone who's out to, sort of out for their own good and not being sacred with you, instead being selfish. So when it's in reverse, the Lover's card speaks of a profane lover, not a proper lover. So if you're not really in love, you're part of the problem. Be part of the solution. Stay single until you can shift that energy. You got to stay single. If you're not willing to put the effort in, or if you're still broken and hurt and pissy from it all, you got to stay in that position until you can release that, until you can ground that energy. Okay? As far as May goes, if you're in a relationship, work through it. At the end of May, you will know whether this is the one that you want to stay with or not. It'll be clear as a bell. Okay? If you're single, stay single this month. Clear out the way so that June is a better month for you to play. All right? That was for love.